I spoke earlier with Congressman Lynn Westmoreland, a Republican from Georgia and a member of the Select Committee. I asked him about some polling on Republican misconceptions about Benghazi. And 44% of Republicans, fully 50% of Donald Trump voters, believe the following, that it is definitely true that Hillary Clinton knew that in Benghazi was going to be attacked and did nothing to protect it. That's a belief of half of the voters that are supporting Donald Trump, 44% of the voters in your party. They are wrong about that, right?
Well, I don't. Did she know of a specific attack? No, sir. But I think if you look at all the major events that had happened in the last 90 days before the attack in Benghazi, you could have well expected an attack. In fact, one of the DS agents that came back from Benghazi told his co-workers in D.C. that it was a suicide mission. So I think just from the request that she had from Ambassador Stevens, all the DS agents that had requested additional security upgrades, I think she could assume that there was going to be an attack. And to make it even more definite to me is after the demonstration that happened in Cairo, there was still no adjustment to the security situation in Benghazi or Libya, or Tripoli.
On the very day that you've released this report, it's taken 2 years. There's been tremendous effort put in by you and your colleagues. An associate of Donald Trump, his organization's lawyer, tweets a picture saying that Hillary Clinton murdered an ambassador. What's your reaction to that kind of accusation?
Well, we never included Donald Trump in our report. The Democrats did. Donald Trump is going to say what Donald Trump wants to say, but, you know, who can clarify what Donald Trump means?
But I guess here's my question. After all is said and done, right, we have this horrible tragedy of 4 Americans who lost their lives. You have a series of pretty clear policy failures, whether they are the actual full the Libyan intervention and its aftermath, or whether they're the actual diplomatic security. I think all of that has been established. Why, to you, is it continue to be the case that such a large portion of the electorate continues to believe things about Benghazi that are not true, that Hillary Clinton intentionally left it to its own, that she knew it was going to be attacked, that people intentionally lied about it? What has driven that error that has led so many people to come to that conclusion?
Well, Chris, I think you make a really good point in the fact that, you know, there's been a movie out that I have not seen. There's been 2 books out. And unfortunately, sometimes people would rather believe Hollywood than they had the truth. And so that's the reason this report was so important to me. And even though it took 2.5 years and, you know, they say $7 million, which the Democrats spent some of that too, but it was important for us to try to answer all the questions that was out there, not just from the American citizens, but from these 4 families that wanted answers because they had been given an answer that didn't shake out to be true from the secretary, at least some of the family members had, at the day they brought the bodies home.
All right, Congressman Lynn Westmoreland, thank you very much.
No, thank you, sir.